Okay, we are back. Phil, I'm delighted that we're having these conversations. There's so much value already here. I cannot wait for the webinar. And the reason we're talking is because you have expertise that I don't have, and you have expertise that most folks don't have specific to sales. You've been in the business for a long time, more than 2 decades of sales and sales leadership. And so talk us through just a little bit. Obviously, you'll have to register for the webinar to get everything, but talk us through some of the motivational pieces that sales leaders need to be thinking about to get the most out of their people.
Absolutely. So in order to sell more and in order to motivate your team, it starts first with you, right? You have to have your motivation. You have to figure out your why. And then it's your responsibility to find out other people's whys and really go deep into their why. You have to figure out their values. What gets them up every day? What's going to get them up this week? What's going to get them up this month, this quarter, this year? Now, yearly, right, a lot of sales organizations, they give a yearly award. President's Club, here at Vector, we call it the Pinnacle Club, right? Whatever that is, whatever that is, that's annual. Well, that's great, but that also then only focuses on the end. So we have to, how do we motivate that individually? How do we help that? And while I'm not going to be able to share a lot of tactics here, I do want to share some of the ways that we motivate and then offer a little story about how we've done that here most recently, because I think it's instructive. The motivation is figuring out their why and reminding them of that, putting it in front of them so they can see it each and every day. Each person on your team, they all have different whys. They're all individuals, but they all have a why. What gets them up? Now, some people absolutely, especially in sales, they could be just money motivated. That's great. So put that scoreboard in front of them, really important. But some are motivated by competition. Some are motivated by the team. Some are motivated because they're getting married in a couple of months and they know that they're going to have to take a month of vacation or a week of vacation, something out that's going to impact their quota. So you have to figure out that why. Now, recently, we've done 2 things, right? We're talking about getting a fast start to rock a new quarter. Really important. So in order to do that, we've offered 2 things. One is money, right? We motivate with money. We offer them a bonus for hitting a certain threshold. That's absolutely important. But another one is visible competition. So we give out a group of cool Pez dispensers that gets people inspired and motivated because they're at the desk. And what happens is the other folks go around, they want to kiss the Pez dispenser, right? They want a little bit of that luck because we know, as much as we love to believe that sales is just art and science, it's also some luck. So we want a little bit of that luck. We want a little bit of that juju because ultimately, it's timing. So it makes it visible to do that. So those are some things that we've done. We're going to talk a lot more about the tactical piece in the webinar because that's a lot more difficult, a lot more challenging, and I'm going to go deeper in that. But think about the motivation, focus on the individual why, and then move forward into the tactics from there.
Can I add one thing to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, so I want to just mention something that I heard when I was thinking about helping to motivate people. You talked about their why and what gets them juiced and all of that. Separate from the financial benchmarks and the internal competition, all of those are great. Another idea that comes to mind is the fact that we want to connect them with the end user. So for example, if I'm selling, let's say farming products, the idea of connecting them with the farmers that use them and the benefit that the farmers get by buying your product, or if you're selling telecom or you're selling whatever, people benefit from what you're selling, right? You're not selling junk, you're selling quality stuff. And when you connect people to the product and have them think about how the recipient, the customer, the buyer benefits from it, that's also going to motivate me to sell more because I want to change people's lives. I want to be transformative. And putting it out there for people to see, I think, is a really neat way of adding more value and more motivation to your team.
Great point, Naftali. I'm glad that we get to go deeper on this because there's a lot more we can say.
Absolutely. Definitely you want to register for this one. It's going to be epic. Grab the link below and register today. It's going to be fantastic. Thanks, Phil. That was great.